residential area at a very high rate of speed, speeding through this area here.
Yes, this is over here in the Heights. This is the street that parallels the 610 North Loop. We're now heading westbound once again.
Yeah, it gets even scarier in these little neighborhoods like this because of stop signs and things like that. This guy doesn't really seem like he cares about any of that, so be very careful if you're in this area. This is just inside the North Loop. He's headed westbound now. Just got off on the Yale Street exit, made a U-turn, heading back toward what would be the interchange with
right
290.
Slowing down at the intersection. You're going the wrong way now.
That's Shepherd, I believe. Is he heading the wrong way down Shepherd?
Is he headed the wrong way? It appears that he's heading the wrong. He turned off. Okay. It appears that he was on Shepherd, headed the wrong way, and made a right turn onto another neighborhood street.
Yep.
Heading into another intersection, just past
That's Durham.
Okay, that's Durham.
He's at the stop sign of Durham. Continuing north.
Okay,
westbound.
He possibly is near a school right now.
Yeah, it's westbound.
Of course, that area, as you mentioned, Samika, is a heavily residential area. A lot of construction are there. Schools in this area as well.
Homes.
Now, a police helicopter has joined us in this chase.
Okay.
I believe you're in the back of the Home Depot parking lot. Is that not correct?
Okay, we recognize
yeah, that's right. Yeah, there you go. You're on the side of
it. That parking
the Chick-fil-A right there in front on the West Loop, on the north side
Again,
of the West Loop.
Very busy parking lot right now. Okay, we're not sure what's happening right now. Okay, making a turn here at the Chick-fil-A in the parking lot. Potentially heading back. Okay, here's another intersection here. Oh, watch out.
That driver's trying to stop the chase going on.
Yeah, having no idea what's going on, really.
There's a policeman coming straight at him.
There's a police officer coming straight at him. Also a wrecker there.
Okay, let's watch.
No.
Okay, he's trying to
avoid
jump
the
this
median,
police officer.
go through the grass.
I think he potentially scraped up against that SUV.
Back on the feeder road.
The eastbound feeder again of 610, the North Loop.
So this is his fourth or fifth time trying to evade.
He hit a car.
He just hit two cars.
He just hit the car, and he's blown out a tire. I believe he's. Yes,
yeah,
we believe he's on the driver's side rear tire. Looks like it's out.
The left front,
under the underpass here. The left front tire.
So it's only a matter of time now.
And then we see a police officer hot on his trail right now, for sure.
Yeah, you see the smoke coming off as the tire burns out. Police officer right behind him. I don't think he's going to be getting very far now.
Well, Don,
it's only a matter of time now.
I was going to ask if he'd slow down a bit, but it appears that he is still, going pretty fast here.
Yeah, the left front tire is locked up. It won't be. It's just a matter of time now.
Remember, our floor crew saying those particular vehicles do come with run-flat tires, but we did see smoke coming off of that, suggesting that possibly the rubber was starting to burn off. But the speed he's going on right now, it'd be hard to imagine he did not have something like that.
And we see HPD right behind him there. And Don, just give us an update, if you will.
Coming up on Ella Boulevard.
Thank you. There we go. And I think people can hear the side. A lot of traffic there. Okay.
Of course, we've seen him already jump the curb once in an attempt to get away from police.
This may be the end of it.
Yeah, you can see his tire definitely is just down to a rim on that right front tire.
And you see him trying to actually
the left front tire.
Pushing that truck out of the way.
Yeah.
And you can see the smoke coming.
He did push the truck out of the way.
Going again underneath.
A lot of police units now
coming into an intersection
on his tail.
Still not slowing down either. He's going very fast.
Is he heading back to the freeway?
On the loop.
Go ahead, Mike.
This is eastbound now on the North Loop.
Yes.
This chase has been going on for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Started just before we began our newscast at 11. We're told that these are possible bank robbery suspects. That this started, according to Don Armstrong, he picked this up right by the GRB in downtown Houston. And we have seen this car going speeds of in excess of what we estimate to be somewhere around 100 miles an hour. So very, very fast and very dangerous for people driving on the West Loop.
Now he's going to have a control issue here as he weaves in and out of this. Remember, he's only got one steering tire on the car. The left front is completely flat, it's blown, and it's locked up. So a major steering issue on this car if he tries to make any sudden maneuvers. And police are on his tail.
That is certainly good.
Looks like he may be losing that back tire too.
Yeah. Well, and it appears that he has made contact with at least 3 vehicles that we've seen.
Pushed a truck out of the intersection.
So, well, maybe that's 4 vehicles then. 4 vehicles.
Right, and hit the red one over by the Chick-fil-A as he was making the U-turn in the parking lot of the Home Depot there on the North Loop.
And again, that front left tire appears to be completely blown.
He's mostly confined this chase to the interstate, but we have seen him go into a residential neighborhood as well just a few moments ago. You see HPD's helicopter. Again, if you're just joining us, this is a chase that started about 20 minutes ago.
More and more pieces.
And Don, he just seems to go faster and faster here.
Well, yes, to a point. We're coming up, I believe, on 45 here momentarily. Not exactly sure how this is going to play out, but it's quite dramatic. High speeds, wrecked several cars. Obviously,
he would be in the northbound
lane. He has the intent of trying to get away, but there are too many police involved in this chase now.
Okay, almost hitting that. So he hit a vehicle. He hit that SUV. It looked like maybe he might have avoided it, but boy, it looked like he came right up close to the back of it. There's a car going underneath.
He's on the exit ramp going north on 45.
Heading back north now on 45. Thank you, Don.
With HPD, I mean, right on his trail there. In fact, HPD heading in front of. Is that okay? No. We see him now. Okay.
Oh, trying to get down to the feeder road or trying to get down to a surface street. Doors open.
Here's the doors opening right now. The suspect then trying to.
Not getting out just yet, though. He's still going. This will be back into the neighborhood just up the I-45 and 610 interchange, and there he goes. There's an officer.
Oh. Well, we're not sure what's happening.
This may be a citizen that has helped him out. This may be a citizen.
Looks like it.
One person ran off to the right, Don. You see police officers giving chase on foot. One suspect is apprehended. There's now a foot chase going on for the second suspect. There he is running through that building.
That's a policeman. That's a police officer.
That's a policeman.
In the back
They're looking for the second suspect.
We see some activity to the top of your screen there, Don. Go up a little bit. You see that person running right there?
There's the other suspect right there. White shirt,
hopping
jumping
a fence
right now.
He's going to be running out of steam here pretty soon.
Running what appears to be in someone's backyard there in this residential area.
Continuing cops are right behind him. They're about 2 houses away from him, but they've got him.
This appears to be some sort of.
Right between these houses.
Right.
This may be it.
There he is, right there.
No, that's a police officer, I believe, with gun drawn.
Okay. We're looking for that suspect in a white T-shirt. It appears to be a white T-shirt.
He's right in this area somewhere.
See more officers coming in on the scene. Of course, the HPD helicopter is over there as well, so they'll have that to help them find the suspect. Again, he's wearing a white T-shirt, appeared to be jeans.
There he is. There he is. He's behind the bushes.
He's behind the. Okay.
There they've got it.
They've got it.
Apprehended. Both. Now it appears both of those suspects now in custody.
Yes, I'm on it. It's at 3 o'clock.
The trees sort of blocking our view there, but you can see through the trees that at least 2 HPD officers now have this second suspect in custody. This was the passenger of the vehicle, the driver of the vehicle. As you mentioned, Don, it looked like a citizen jumped in to help police apprehend the driver of this chase vehicle. Officers getting there, getting that guy to the ground, the citizen moving off, and then the second person, the guy you see being arrested right here, jumped out, and then a small foot chase. It lasted only a couple of minutes before HPD officers able to finally get him in custody.
Yes.
The end of this chase.
That's how. And here is the Good Samaritan's car.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's the Good Samaritan standing there. That nabbed the driver of the Mercedes and put him on the ground for the police.
And while you're watching this, let's get the folks in the control room possibly to back up the last few moments when that citizen came in so we can see that again. But let's continue to watch this live. That is the vehicle that police were chasing for about 15 to 20 minutes. Chase started right around 10:50, just before our newscast started. We started with this chase and have stayed on it the entire time. We're told that these 2 suspects are possibly bank robbery suspects, and that is why authorities were chasing them. This chase going up 45, making a U-turn, going back onto the North Loop, headed westbound, make a U-turn eastbound, make another U-turn in some residential neighborhoods, finally getting back onto the North Loop eastbound, and the driver exiting onto the median, trying to get into a residential street right where 45 and 610 split, 45 northbound, going north, and obviously, and the 610 loop continuing east and westbound, and that is where his car came to a stop because of a Good Samaritan, who it appears to us jumped in to get the guy out. Here's
Jeff,
the very end of the
Here's
chase.
that video right there where the Good Samaritan then tackles the driver to the ground, the suspect there. Tackles that and then he goes down to the ground after police comes, and you see the passenger then run off, and you see officers wearing bulletproof vests running behind that suspect, who then tries to make a run for it in that residential area there, and they finally catch him there, what appears to be behind a house. And here's that video again of that Good Samaritan stopping his silver car there.
And you see, very dangerous situation there. Police officers have their guns drawn. That officer right there getting that suspect dressed in red on the ground after that Good Samaritan refused to let that guy get away. And that's an officer running around behind that building as the suspect that was in the passenger seat had gotten out, bailed out, started to run. He was in a white shirt. He ran a couple of blocks but didn't get very far. Police right on top of him.
And this is a live look here of the scene as both of those suspects are now in custody. And Jeff, you may remember as we were watching this chase live, there was something thrown out of the passenger seat.
Yeah, that's right. And I wrote it down. It
may have been an orange or yellow bag or so. Something was thrown out, though, of the passenger window.
Right around 11:05 as the suspect was driving westbound on the 610 loop. He did throw something out like an orange or yellow bag. That happened right around 11:05, so about 15 minutes ago. And you better believe Houston police are probably all over that as well.
And that is a look there of the Good Samaritan who helped police at the end of this chase. You saw that Good Samaritan just almost tackle the driver, the suspect there.
Yeah, the driver got into a problem there. He stopped there, didn't really give himself enough room to run forward with that other person, that Good Samaritan. There's the end of it. You see the Good Samaritan right there bumps him.
Who appears to come from around the side of the car there.
Suspect just doesn't have anywhere to go at that point, the driver. But as you see, that didn't stop the passenger. He immediately gets out of the vehicle and runs away on foot. And boy, there was a pretty intense foot chase there for a few moments.
And what a story to tell from that Good Samaritan.
Yeah, we've got to get over there and talk to him. Obviously, I don't know if he saw the chase going on and decided to help, or just maybe heard about it. Maybe he saw it on the news here, on Eyewitness News. But he certainly was in the right place at the right time. And fortunately, he was not hurt. HPD obviously wanting to get these suspects in custody. And you saw at the end of that chase, officers had their guns drawn. Yeah. So they were definitely treating these guys, as dangerous suspects.
Right. And if I'm not mistaken, Jeff, I believe I saw one of those HPD officers shaking that Good Samaritan's hand while he was in the car. This is a live look here at the end of a police chase that started a little more than 25 minutes ago. That chase at very high speeds, possible bank robbers. The driver, this is the end of the chase. The driver nearly tackled by a Good Samaritan. We watched it here live here on ABC 13. And then we watched as the passenger tried to make a getaway, running what appears to be maybe behind a church and then behind some houses before he was then caught. This is again the end of that chase, that Good Samaritan nearly tackling that suspect, and then police arriving just behind him, tackling him, putting him on the ground, and then in handcuffs. And you see off to the right of the screen earlier, you saw that other suspect. That's a police officer going after the suspect. That second suspect, you can see him at the top of your screen there. He eventually was put into handcuffs as well.
Yeah, we watched as that second suspect jumped over a fence and then into one of these backyards. It appeared for a moment or two that maybe police had lost him, but that wasn't the case at all. Houston police on that guy's trail the entire time, got him in custody.
By the way, that's another look there. Don, if you can hear us, that was another look there at the Good Samaritan standing near his car.
That silver car.
That Nissan, that silver Nissan. Yeah, that's another look at that Good Samaritan. Boy, I can tell you, and Don, you know as well as we do, these chases, they could end pretty badly. This, is the best we can do with a good ending for a chase like this.
Well, it is truly a miracle that this chase ended without some serious injuries or loss of life at the speeds that they were going.
Right.
I would guesstimate 110, 120 miles an hour on the 610 North Loop there. Very scary, and pretty much destroyed the Mercedes that they were driving with paper plates here. But I am glad to report that everything seemed to have ended the way that we all hope that these things do, without any serious bodily injury to anybody. I do know that there is a large, very large contingent of HPD officers at all sorts of police agencies here.
Yeah, and this is going to be a bit of a traffic tie-up there at that intersection, because that is where
that is the second suspect, by the way.
There you go. There he is right there, the white T-shirt. That's the guy who was on the passenger side, who did manage to get a brief foot chase in after the car came to an end, but obviously he didn't get very far. HPD has him in custody, walking him back now.
You know, and in situations like this, Don, and you can attest to this, that you worry not only about the drivers, obviously, but especially when suspects are going at such high rate of speed, but you also worry about the police officers who are trying to apprehend, a suspect who's on the run like this, and then a foot chase.
And you can also imagine the radio traffic between the officers because he made a couple of turns, and with this very powerful Mercedes got away from HPD for a short while. And I know that we did our best to try to help them nab the suspect and steer them in the right direction. They finally caught up to him thanks to the Fox helicopter, the HPD helicopter. And so we've got them all both in custody, and all is good. There's a City of Bel Air Police Department here as well. So as you can tell, lots of different agencies here on the scene joining in this chase, but we finally got them both into custody. I'm glad to report.
And Don, that may give us some indication as to where this chase started. Exactly. They are putting him in the back of a City of Bel Air police cruiser at this moment. This is the passenger who gave a foot chase just as after the car chase came to an end. So if Bel Air PD is putting him in the back of their cruiser, one might imagine that this chase started with a problem in Bel Air. And again, we do believe that these are bank robbery suspects. We're certainly checking that now in our newsroom to find out exactly where this started. But as you mentioned, those are Bel Air Police Department cars and Bel Air Police Department officers who are now handling. That is the second suspect, the one who's in the passenger seat, who bailed out after the car came to a stop right there.
And if we have any more of that video of the actual chase, the high-speed chase, and actually when that suspect made contact with at least two vehicles pushing a pickup truck out of the way. While we are working on that video, though, Don, if you have a chance, there is possibly some evidence that police were able to pull from that the suspect's vehicle. It appeared that there was a red-looking bag on the trunk, it appeared there, of the black Mercedes. I don't know if we can see that or not, but
the tree's a bit obscuring our view a bit right there. But you see where those police officers are standing. I think what you're talking about, Samantha, yeah, right there. It looks like something on the trunk of the car. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is the end of a police chase. It lasted all of about half an hour. We'll be right back, guys.
I'm not exactly sure what the red bag is. Obviously evidence of some sort. If it's a bank robbery, we will assume that it is some sort of bank bag. I've been told that it is a bank bag. This area is just outside of the 610 North Loop. We're on Enid, E-N-I-D, Enid Street, and the 610 North, I'm sorry, that would be the 45 North Freeway, northbound feeder. I'll pull out here and let you see exactly where we are. See the slow traffic there on the feeder, as well as the entrance ramp from the 610 North Loop eastbound. This is where the traffic gets on 45, the North Freeway headed up north to points north like Conway, etc.
Chicken, hey, don't be a chicken, man. Come on, man. Come on. Torgre. you! Fuck you! You know something, jump up. You slept in the waking bear. Давай вокруг моего давай, Таня, ты же можешь, да! Красавец, красавец, давай! What the fucking call? Woo! No head! No fucking head! No head! Woo! 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 Woo!
But they can't because it's blacked out, blacked out, blacked out, blacked out, blacked out, blacked out.
Union 13, I'm right behind him. Hey, you guys, that's him. Drop down.
Fica, mano. Olha,